Yay. Peace, love, and light to all living right. You know it's Hero Anunnaki tapping in with you. As the hero for hire, I must educate you. We're going to tap into DJ Vlad real quick. Shout out to DJ Vlad. In honor of DJ Vlad, I'm wearing... And I'm wearing... Leaping Lizards. Let's see what Vlad got to say, y'all. Shout out to John Salley.
Not only did she say that there's no reason to wear masks because, you know...
Fauci said it too.
Because the drug... Fauci said it?
Fauci said it in
the beginning?
March. Fine. I said it too.
Okay. She also stated that drugs are created from alien DNA, that women's vaginal problems come from them having dreams about having sex with demons, and also that a lot of people in government are actually human. They're reptiles pretending to be human.
Y'all seen that, right? Did you peep the setup? Vlad ain't just sending rappers to jail. No. That is the short game. Vlad ain't just sending rappers to jail and prison. That's the short game. Free AR ad. Watch what's really going on. Because physically, the way John Salley reacted before he even spoke tells it all. The audacity of DJ Vlad on our origin and the origin of others that we know are here that they try to hide.
So she talked about the reptilian race.
Yes. You're not going to defend this, are you?
I'm
going to walk out.
I don't walk out of your own.
Time out. John Salley is a 7 feet tall NBA legend, multiple champion, college graduate as well. He's not your LeBron story. He actually scored championships in 3 different decades before LeBron. He's the first multi-generational legend in NBA. Understand that. College graduate, he doesn't fear and he is sound. But he was shaken up when this man had the audacity to ask him this question. And it's not even about his statement. It's not even his statement. But, you know, ask the giant the question.
I'm going to walk out of my own interview.
All right, so
if you're trying to defend the reptilians.
Let me give it to you. I'm going to give it to you where it comes from, because once you find out where this comes from, Vlad, you start realizing
it comes from insanity. But go on.
Right.
It comes from putting your head in the microwave.
All right.
But go on.
So there were giants on the planet, right? They found skulls and skulls and skulls in all different places of giants, taller than me, some 8 foot, 9 foot, whatever. There was always giants on the planet.
Really?
Yeah.
He said, really? He said, really? Just cutting them off mid-statement. Really? He said, yeah. Ridiculous. This is your interviewer? This is your journalist? Is this your journalist?
Yeah, that's a true statement. There was always these tall, and you can see the largest skulls. They even found giants in Mexico, where most of the people were really, really small. So they find these giants and these big bodies all over the world, so that we call them anomalies. In the Bible, which is a trip, when Satan was thrown to earth and the demons that come with him were having sex with women on the planet. So then they decided, hey, we're going to write another story in the Bible about Noah. And they flooded the earth to kill off that demon seed. That's in the Bible. I ain't make it up.
That's in the Bible. He did not make it up. Facts.
I didn't make it up.
Right.
story this season.
Although the Bible does make up a lot of stuff.
Hey.
Then the Freemason continues to denounce the Bible because he knows where he comes from. I'm gonna show you. The Bible, right? The Bible? Yeah, the Bible. The Bible. I'm familiar with the Bible as well. Let me grab the Bible. Okay. This is what we're talking about. This man knows his origin. The problem is his origin isn't fully depicted in this Bible. King James Version. The King James Version does not include all the books of the Bible. That's what they don't want you to know. But they want you to know every word in the fractionated version of the Bible.
But they will complete the number of days of their life.
Book of Enoch.
And their life will grow in peace, and the years of their joy will increase
Book of
in
Enoch.
gladness and eternal peace, all the days of their life. And it came to pass.
Before it comes to pass, I need to protect this message. Shout out to my man Anubis. Hold us down, Anubis. Hold us down, moon god Thoth. Higher frequency thought. And it came to pass.
When the sons of men had increased, that in those days there were born to them fair and beautiful daughters, and the angels, the sons of heaven, saw them and desired them. And they said to one another, Come, let us choose for ourselves wives from the children of men, and let us beget for ourselves children. And Shemyaza, who was their leader, said to them, I fear that you may not wish this deed to be done, and that I alone will pay for this great sin. And they all answered him and said, Let us all swear an oath, and bind one another with curses, so not to alter this plan, but to carry out this plan effectively. Then they all swore together, and all bound one another with curses to it.
Look. Angels coming down from heaven, 200,000 to be exact, seeking wives from the children of men, meaning the first men that established civilization. Their daughters were victims of fallen angels and couldn't stop the invasion. Said to one another, Let us choose ourselves wives from the children of men. For ourselves, let us beget children. Mind you, John Salley said demon seed. Let us all swear an oath and bind one another with curses, so not to alter this plan, but to carry out.
And they were in all 200, and they came down on Artis, which is the summit of Mount Hermon. And they called the mountain Hermon because on it they swore and bound one another with curses. And these are the names of their leaders: Shemyaza, who was their leader, Urakiba, Ramel, Kokabiel, Tamiel, Ramiel, Daniel, Ezekiel, Barakiel, Asael, Armaros, Badariel, Ananel, Zachiel, Samsiel, Sadariel, Turiel, Yomiel, and Sariel. These are the leaders of the 200 angels, and all the others with them.
Demon family.
And they took wives for themselves, and everyone chose for himself one each. And they began to go into them and were promiscuous with them. And they taught them charms and spells, and they showed them the cutting of roots and trees. and they became pregnant and bore large giants.
What? This is why I be snapping. This is why I be snapping. We don't need the audiobook. I am the audiobook from now on. And they took wives for themselves, and everyone chose for himself one each. Chapter 6 to chapter 7, book of Enoch. And they began to go into them and were promiscuous, meaning if not made love to them, they raped them against their will, after drugging them and getting them intoxicated with spells. And they taught them charms and spells, and they showed them the cutting of roots and trees. A sacred tree was probably cut, which had the same effect of THC, just at a mystical level. And they became pregnant and bore large giants, and their height was 3,000 cubits. These devoured all the toil of men until men were unable to sustain them, and giants turned against them in order to devour men. We know the truth about giants, fallen angels, in the Anunnaki. Anubis himself is Anunnaki. Jesus Christ was Anunnaki. It's coming from Hero Anunnaki himself. The truth is out. Peace, love, and light to all living right. Knowledge is power.